Other than that, I think there are some difficult decisions that sometimes have to be made. I'm a people pleaser by nature, and sometimes you can't necessarily be a people pleaser in this role. I mean, I have signs here taped to my desk that says it's not enough for you to be just a nice guy, do your job. I have to keep that in mind sometimes, that I'm not just here to be a nice guy. You can be nice, but also be effective. So that's sometimes it.
What is the best part of your job?
Without a doubt, working with the students. And I don't get as much of an opportunity now as I used to. When I was teaching 5 classes a day, you figure that's 125 students you see on a daily basis. When I was coaching football, it's another 90 plus students that you see for 3 hours a day. And you really get to know them and get to know their families and their siblings. Now it's more indirect. And so I still get my one group every single day. I teach one class. But I can still get to know people on a surface level, if not more in depth. But that, by and large, is the best part. I mean, you know, the students here are so incredibly talented. And it's not just that they're great in the classroom. It's not just they're great in extracurriculars. It's that they're totally mission-oriented. They believe in what the school's about. And I am constantly amazed on a daily basis what they can do. And I'm glad I just get to work with them.
Is it hard to manage teaching and being an administrator?
It's actually wonderful to be able to do both. There are so many days where my only release is getting out at 11:45 and getting to that classroom with those 16 students. They might not think it's such a release, might not be happy that I'm there, but for me, that's the reason I went into this profession, was to work with young adults. I think it's the time of the greatest formation that you have between 9th and 12th grade, and it was so great for me to be here during that time and to have such wonderful mentors, a lot of whom, talk about a surreal experience, a lot of the people that mentored me are still here, and I get to work alongside or coach alongside with them, and that part is just fantastic. But I love being able to go into the classroom. Is it difficult to juggle? I might not be as good of a U.S. history teacher as I once was because I don't have as much time to devote to it, and I hate to think I'm shortchanging my students, but I think I manage as best I can. But I wouldn't change it because I would have really no other outlet in terms of communication and being with the students if I didn't have the daily class with them.
What do you love most about being at Walsh?
I'd probably say 2 things. One is I completely and totally believe in the mission of this place. Not just that it's a Catholic school, because I wanted, early on, I realized that I thought my future lined up with working in Catholic education, specifically at this level. But the fact that it is a Jesuit school, I really believe in what the Jesuits are all about. I believe in St. Ignatius and his spirituality. And the fact that the mission and the grad just flows through a lot of the things we do. And trying to work to make sure that they stay in building programs and processes where that mission becomes alive. So that'd be one aspect. The other one, I think, would just have to be overall. I mentioned the students before, but the people of this community. You have so many people who are so willing to give of themselves. And I'm not just talking about the students, yes, but faculty, staff members, parents, alumni parents. They're great. They all buy into it. My parents still come down for all these different functions. I haven't gone to school for, date myself here, almost 18 years. And they're still just as happy and excited to come down here. My dad comes to all the football games still. And there's no reason for him to do that, but they just love